Good morning everybody, it's the 28th of March 2020 and we're in the middle of the lockdown. I've just had my hat on, so I'm looking hairs all over the place. This is the hen setup, so I'm just going to give you a little tour around the garden smallholding. We've got an area down here, down this bottom, which is at the back of the house, and it's a nice little area. But we found out it's owned by somebody else. Houses at the bottom. We're in South Yorkshire, near Sheffield, the city of Sheffield, for anybody who doesn't know the UK. My name's Simon, and we're starting a little smallholding in the garden. So this is the first thing to show you just here. We've got the hens, 3 Isa Browns, or hybrids, Warrens, some people call them. And they're a fantastic breed. You can see they're just chasing each other around here now because I've chucked them in an old Cornish pasty from yesterday, just a little bit of old kitchen scrap. There's various rules around that in the UK around laws. Kitchen scraps after the what was known as the BSE crisis a good few years ago now in the UK. Kitchen scraps weren't allowed. There's a few bits and bobs, peelings and those sort of things that I'll give to the hens. No meats, and obviously just supplement the grain. So I've made this setup here. I'll show you this on another video and make it easier, because obviously I've got the camera turned to me currently. I'll show you. I'll step back, and we've got a basic, simple, about 7 foot high pen. It's about I'd say about 12 foot by 4 wide for 3 hens. It's ramshackled at the moment. It's quite old, but it does the trick. These hens have just lived in this over this winter. I moved them over, had them on an allotment. Over here in the UK we have legal access to allotments through the local councils. They're plots of land, and every council has a legal obligation to provide them. In some areas there's a waiting list, which is a lot of the UK now. They're very popular. In some areas you can get one straight away. It usually means a lot of tidying up, but that's for another video because we're going down there later on. Very interesting. I've got a large breed rabbits as well, which I'll walk you through and show you the garden. So that's down this area. Just a quick look while we're here. We've got the feed bin just here. So we've got a basic feed bin, and at the moment I'm keeping the corn inside the bin, and it's rabbit food and a mixed layers pellet for the hens. Because the end of March we've not had a lot of sunshine, they've not started laying eggs, but this sort of breed, the Isa Brown, is a fantastic egg layer. They're bred in the UK, I believe. They may have been bred somewhere else, so somebody can correct me on that, for egg production, mainly for battery farming, which is cage farming, and now that's illegal in the UK. The breed is still around. I was concerned initially because I thought they were going to be good egg layers, but very, very unhardy, i.e. basically not good out in the cold of the British climate. But I've actually found them fantastic, and one of the benefits I find with them, they've had the wildness bred out of them. So when you approach them, which I won't do at the moment because they're all eating away. Got cats coming to have a look here. One of our cats, that's Peso. We've got 2 cats, Barnacles and Peso. Going back to the hens, when you approach them they squat down, they don't run away, which is a fantastic asset if you know about keeping chickens. So they're quite timid, but not in the terms of flightiness as it's known, trying to get away from you. In season, when there's plenty of sun and feed, they'll give you an egg a day easily, 2 out of 3. The hens, you'll probably get 2 a day out of these, some days 3, and then of course you can see for a family of 4 you've got a great supply of eggs there, fresh eggs. So giving them corn, the corn at the moment you're charging our Pets at Home and various larger big pet stores, they do hen food in the UK here. So you charge in, they're charging, you're paying round about between £13 and £15 for a large 15 kilogram bag, which can last 3 hens. Last mine with a little bit of scraps, grass, extra grass on the garden, which I'll show you the setup in the garden shortly, can last you probably a couple of months, 2 months I would say, for a 15 kilogram bag. But the idea is obviously to get your usage of that down. But you do find with this breed that you do need quite a bit of corn to stimulate their egg production, layers, pellets. You can get the corn as well from Pets at Home for them. I tend not to use that as much because I find on grass and with layers pellets they're getting a good protein supplement. They've got fresh water obviously constantly, and I top that up daily with a watering can from our water butt system, which I'll talk you through. I've had a small holding before. I've had an acre, 3/4 to an acre of land in Staffordshire, and that's one of my only video I put on YouTube. So this will continue that sort of journey, if you like, from me. I'm a partner and her son as well, so we've got but I've done this over the years. I've had a small holding in Scotland with pigs and sheep, hens. Not a great deal of success in growing vegetables, I've got to be honest. It's varied over the years, but I've been doing it on and off now for years, so probably more success than failures, but you do expect an awful lot of failure with small holding. So that'll be the nature of the videos. So my next one I'll put on, I think, will be the rest of the garden, and then I'll add one about the allotment, and I hope you'll find them really interesting. Okay, nice talking to everybody. Bye bye.